Sure, thanks.
Hey, Colin. How's it going? Good. Right on. Welcome, man. Come on in.
Hi, Colin.
Hello.
Hi, Colin.
How was your walk down?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Nothing exciting? No. No. Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Right on.
Specific question that I asked, now I forget it, thanks.
Well, you don't need... Oh, did you improvise a question?
I don't remember that stuff.
No?
Off by my head, no.
Oh, you
Oh,
did.
no,
You
it's totally
may not this time. You don't know.
You couldn't need to do this.
Alright. While they're getting the cameras set, let's just have a practice.
My name is Brady and I'm here to interview Colin.
I'm Colin Kennedy, and Brittany's interviewing me on my interest in walking.
You once described walking as a way of feeling more free. Can you explain?
Because of my reduced amount of sight, all of my other senses are heightened, so when I walk, it allows me to take in the sounds, the smells, you know, the kind of like the nature, kind of like nature around me, and kind of opens me up to more of what's going on in the world. Back in May, I was over in Aberdeen, Scotland, and one of the days we were walking through the old part of the city. So just walking along through on the like cobblestone sidewalks and the cobblestone streets and taking in what that, you know, kind of the old sights and sounds kind of made me think back to years gone by.
If I used a cane to help me find my way, I think I would never lift it off the ground. Tell me about how you use the cane.
So that's actually, when you're first learning to use it, they start and teach. It's a technique by the name of constant contact, and what you're taught to do is to slide it, you know, from just outside one foot to just outside the other foot to tell what's there. But it doesn't work well with sidewalks and like the differences in concrete. So they teach you another technique by the name of, it's called 2-point touch. So that's kind of where it allows you to maneuver the cane from side to side with it hitting the ground, coming up, coming over and hitting the ground on the other side, and then going back and forth.
What are the pros and cons of walking during winter?
There aren't as many pros as cons. The main pros are that once there's snow down, everything kind of looks the same, especially on like overcast days. So everything has the same contrast. There are more cons than pros, especially when the sun's out, because there's always shadows, which makes it hard and glare, which makes it tricky to figure out where you're going. And then when things are snow covered, there's no way to tell the difference between sound-wise where you are and what's around you.
Do you have some stories to help sighted people better understand the challenges of having limited sight?
It seems like most situations that I run into where a story could come from, or where is when there's, you know, sidewalk block, is when, you know, a piece of sidewalk's blocked and being worked on, where you have to go, where it's trickier for somebody without sight to go around it, because you're either on grass where you don't get a good kind of like sound for what the cane's doing, or you have to go out on the street, which is a lot more dangerous for somebody who doesn't have sight, or a whole lot of sight, and then you're trying to make sure, trying to watch for traffic, and trying to not get out into the middle of the street, and there's just so many things that somebody with outside has to concentrate on that somebody with site would never think of.